Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, a massive beauty of unsuspecting dangers. My name is Brady Kelsey, and I will be presenting to you today on the geology of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park and the natural hazards. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park includes the summits of Mauna Loa and Kailua, which are both of the most active volcanoes in the world. The active eruption area called Pu'ao Vent, stark volcanic flow fields, and numerous small craters. A majority of the park is made up of volcanic rocks, young lava flows, and vent deposits. The formation of the Hawaiian Islands is unique. Most islands are formed at tectonic plate boundaries, either at spreading centers, such as Iceland, or subduction zones, such as the Aleutian Islands. However, the Hawaiian Islands were formed through a hot spot under the Pacific Plate. As the Pacific Plate moved and the stationary hotspot remained stationary, the volcanism created the islands of Hawaii over time. 5 major shield volcanoes exist in the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park: Kohala, Mauna Kea, Haleakala, Mauna Loa, and Kailua. Shield volcanoes are a result of multiple eruptions of basaltic lavas. Basaltic lavas have low viscosity, which causes them to flow slowly and harden and build up over time. There are 4 eruptive stages that correspond with the amount and rate of heat supplied to the lithosphere during volcanic formation. These phases are pre-shield, shield, post-shield, and rejuvenated stages, also known as youthful stage, mature stage, old stage, and rejuvenated stage. The pre-shield stage of lava is the earliest stage and is buried in the core of a large volcano. The shield volcanism stage is made up of theolitic basalt as the lava flow and is the primary volcano growth stage. The post-shield and rejuvenation stage occurs when the magma chamber evolves and the lava becomes fractionated and alkalic. The volcanic rocks formed during rejuvenation include cinder and spatter cones and mixed lava flows. Volcano cycles require about 600,000 years to complete. However, they can last longer than this, and they reach the surface of the ocean about midway through this period. Mauna Loa is one of the most massive and active volcanoes currently in the world. It is almost 28,000 feet above the sea floor, with 14,000 feet being above sea level. The weight has depressed the oceanic crust so much that it has brought it down nearly 8 kilometers. Mauna Loa is a shield volcano with a basaltic lava flow, and the eruptions are from the summit through a large caldera or through the northeast and southwest rift zones through the flanks. The last eruption occurred in March 1984 with a recurrence interval of approximately 5 years. Roughly 90% of Mauna Loa's surface is covered in lavas less than 4,000 years old, while 50% is less than 1,500 years old, and 25% are younger than about 750 years old, geologically speaking, making Mauna Loa relatively young. Kailua, which means spreading much spewing, is a much younger and less massive version than Mauna Loa, but is far more active. Kailua sits some 4,000 feet high and grows larger every day. Puna basalt and Hyaline basalt are the 2 basalt groups which are separated by a widespread ash layer called the Pauhala ash, which erupted from a large caldera. The Kailua volcano is the longest ongoing rift volcanic action in all of Hawaii, with 130,000 gallons per minute of lava gush and more than 2,500 tons of sulfur dioxide emitted into the air per day, which is a poisonous gas that I will get into later. The lava is formed through a hot spot which travels through central vent, groups of vents, or side vents. The basaltic lava flows that I discussed earlier form lava tubes that protect lava from cool air temperatures. Heat loss is a main enemy to lava, and it causes the crystallization of lava and inhibits the movement. The tubes create the thermal insulation necessary for lava motion and therefore extend the flow of lava a lot further. The ages of the Hawaiian Islands are determined, with the northernmost volcanoes being the oldest. The extinct volcanoes descend into the Aletschine Trench, which makes it difficult to determine when the Hawaiian hotspot activity began. Age increases with distance from the hotspot. The oldest major island, Nai'ihau, is the farthest distance away from Kailua, with a shield stage lava ages of 5.2 and 4.89 million years. Kauai is slightly younger and closer to Kailua. Through potassium-argon dating, it came up with shield lava ages of 5.77 and 5.14 million years. 5 volcanoes above sea level exist, while the 6th is extinct and lies flooded north of Kailua and to the south of the island newly sprouted Lohi. A volcano remains active for a long cycle. As I discussed earlier, this could last 600,000 years to 2 million years and more. There's also an overlap in the age of the volcanoes on the Hawaiian Islands geologically. The Hawaiian Emperor volcanic chain is located on the Pacific Plate. The Pacific Plate makes up 20% of the Earth's crust and is one of the largest tectonic plates on Earth. The linear trend of the Hawaiian Emperor train records the movement of the Pacific Plate over the stationary hotspot in the upper mantle that I discussed earlier. The stationary hotspot is what caused the volcanic activity in Hawaii. The Hawaiian Islands are part of this chain. The chain contains more than 80 undersea volcanoes and extends for more than 3,600 miles. The chain curvature, the bend, actually depicts the change of motion of the Pacific Plate. Some of the natural hazards associated with volcanoes are that they have very unsuspecting eruptions and therefore threaten nearby towns and cities. Also, as I discussed earlier, sulfur dioxide is a fume that comes out of the volcanoes and is poisonous to breathe in for long periods of time. Also, burns and injuries are also a huge hazard for humans from volcanoes. There are also ecological and environmental hazards. The poisonous gases of sulfur dioxide are not good for the environment or the animals. Volcanoes can also cause landslide and bench collapse, coastal erosion, and forest fire, potentially harming many ecosystems. There are also many lava hazards, included lava flow inundation, lava tube collapse, and pyroclastic ejection. Yellowstone National Park was also formed through a hotspot that was stationary as the North American plate moved westward. The craters of the Moon National Monument in Idaho is also an example of a feature created from the same hotspot. The caldera existing at Yellowstone is one of the largest calderas in the world, and it is far less active than that of the volcanoes in Hawaii. The main difference being that the North American plate is far less large, is also a continental plate, not an oceanic plate. Thank you.